Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and the Mad Lad has done it. He has done I would say, the seemingly impossible. The Elon Musk has officially bought Twitter, and there's some more news to come. It is now officially official. Now, the last video I didn't really know because it was up in the air and it could have been, hearsay or whatever. And, the last time he said he was not going to buy it. But he actually did this time. So, we don't have very much of info on terms of, I would say, what's been going on. We have a few tweets that we might want to implement here. That seems to be a great thing. Now, we have these lunatics actively losing their bloody minds, and I'm going to go over it a bit, because they're anti-freedom speech. In those texts, the reacted senders and recipients of the groundwork for a war and battle after Musk takes over Twitter, a coordinated pressure campaign that will lend to platforming political enemies. Okay, well, that's not the big thing, but he goes on to say, what does this look like in the short term? Embedment of traditional moderation policies, stuff like Pizzagate, pushed by bots and liars, will be projected. Disinfo campaigns will stop trending topics and drive news cycles. Authoritarian governments will have a field day. So you are what we call a senior reporter and dystopia beat at NBC News, so you're already an invalid fool. So we have that as there. And another thing too, that's already happening on Twitter, by the way. It's been happening for quite a while now. It's most likely going to shift back to maybe more in the middle of things rather than, what have you. Maybe we'll be able to have, I don't know, people that say groomer without having to freak out about that fact that there are active groomers there. Twitter is a hellscape and a half. It is not a great place. It is terrible for people, and it allows people to literally just freaking die in general. So that's kind of what Twitter is. I don't like Twitter. It's a hellscape. But, again, it is pushed by bots and liars. Listen. The only people lying is NBC, which would be you, Ben Collins, and then anybody else that's the media that's been lying. You have Activision lying, MSCB lies all the freaking time, and we all know when we do know CNN also lies a lot. So, that being said, no, it depends on what you mean by liars here. And by bots, you do realize Twitter was caught with having way too many more bots than usual, right? Like, they hid the actual amount of bots that were on there. So, yeah, I don't know about being pushed by bots. And also, Elon Musk has come out and said that he is going to eliminate all the bots possible that were on the platform as best that he can. So, I think you're just a flat-out liar here. Of course, this is not surprising considering you have liar right here, which is quite hilarious in itself, right? So he goes into the long-term Musk plans for this website are a suicide bomb. Very people want to see a moderation-free app saturated with lies by design. We know this is from dozens of Twitter clones who tried and failed, but it seems just dead set on taking advice from bad people. Is he taking bad advice from bad people, or is he just taking advice from himself, particularly? Because it sounds like he wanted to do this beforehand and had this planned long before this was even considered a thing, I would say, from people. Because he's seen the route where Twitter was going, and he didn't like the route that Twitter was going. And no, a lot of people want a moderation-free app. Most people want freedom of speech. This is the reason why you people are anti-freedom of speech, and you're really, really telling on what you type of people are. Quite disgusting, really, and I don't really like you people. And authoritarian governments will have a field day. What authoritarian governments? Because it's going to be based in, specifically, in the U.S. So any that would be authoritarian, which would be our dictator Joe Biden, yeah, he in particular would have a huge issue with that. So, only Biden would make this use this incorrectly. By the way, we already know that the FBI contacted Facebook before, and we know that they contacted for the Hunter Biden scandal, and we know they had contacted Twitter in the process as well. That doesn't seem too surprising. We have this guy as well that saw America calling say news. Musk Twitter deal could close as soon as this Friday or Monday, CNBC. So, that's going to be quite interesting. It's going to look like it's going to be pretty damn quick, I would say, from the buyout being closed. So that's a good thing. Pretty quick, for all we know. Now we have a few things here from Elon Musk saying buying Twitter is an accelerant to creating X, the everything app, and I guess what you could say is quite hilarious. I mean, it seems like it really has gone through, and there will be probably a bigger announcement when it fully goes in and see what changes will be implemented here on after. But again, we'll see what happens. We don't know. So only time will tell. But we do know it's officially being bought, so that's a good thing. It says Twitter's text release in court case reveal Elon Musk's ex-wife asked him to please do something to fight wokeism. A trove of text between Elon Musk and his contacts made public last week, a part of ongoing litigation with Twitter, contained several mysteries. Some could be solved via context clues. Musk texted often with someone called Jack, who was clearly Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey, but who was TJ, the person with strong opinions about Twitter's contest decisions. That's Taylor O'Reilly, the English actress and writer who is Musk's ex-wife. According to people familiar with the matter, her middle name is Jing. Well, I don't know how that really matters at all. Okay. Can you buy Twitter and then delete it, please? XX began a thread formed to Musk on March 23rd, and then it goes on to the text message between Musk and Twitter executives, close friends, but investors and Silicon Valley luminaries shed light on how a $44 billion deal by the world's richest person to buy the social media company came about and ended up in court. Which I went over about yesterday's video and what Elon Musk was doing with with the leaks and stuff like that. So yeah, I could see how that could potentially be a thing. But the text show who wanted to be part of the buyout and reveal the inner circle's musings on who should run the company if Musk did come to own it. They were disclosed as part of Twitter's lawsuit to make Musk follow through on his $54.20 per share offer, which slated to go to trial in Delaware Chancery later this month. While many of the texts involved pleas to put money in the deal, Riley's were more focused on politics. Please do something to fight wokeism, she wrote. I would do anything to help. She was especially concerned about the suspension of the Babylon Bee satire site's Twitter account, calling it crazy in a text to Musk. Raya, and I will be talking about it today, she wrote, it was a fucking joke. Why is everyone become so paranoid? Oh, bleh, English. Paranoid. Shortly after the Bee's suspension, Musk polled his followers about free speech. Raya refers to Raya Bint al-Hussein, the princess of Jordan. She is the daughter of Queen Noor and the late king of Hussein of Jordan. And in her 2016 romance book, Act of Love, blah, 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 don't care. So that's what's going on, and she's actively asked to help, deal with this, all kinds of wokeism and stuff like that. And we have this absolute lunatic. This person's a bloody lunatic. He can elevate any idea or person he wants through recommendations. AI searches is one of the more appreciated ways that Musk will use Twitter for propaganda purposes. Twitter's already doing that. It's been doing that. Twitter, you have noticed that they're going to actively, do suspension of some certain people for speaking about the election. So it was already going to be having this happening. And what's great is that this is happening right before the actual presidential election. So, or not the presidential election, but the midterms. This is actually huge because Twitter cannot censor certain things that would be going on during the midterms. So this is really good in this aspect, and all that great stuff. This person is also quite vile. No matter how many times these clowns say it, Twitter has a left-wing bias. She has always been a lie. The exact opposite has been found to be true, but it doesn't fit Clinton's narrative. It has always been a lie. By the way, it's like in terms of you think of it's like if you think if it has not been a lie, then you're mistake. You're obviously a lunatic, but you're insane, right? Not right in the head. And as I mean, like. The left has had this narrative forever. It currently goes on to your narrative constantly. Conservatives and everybody is being censored, especially for saying groomer, because it hurts the LGBTQ plus community, which obviously is more of a far left type of ideal. So I don't know where you're getting this from, besides you an absolute bloody lunatic. So yeah, I don't know where we would get here. And also, you're constantly trying to have people join your stuff after almost every single post that you make, because apparently you're not making enough money or wanting people to listen to your stuff. So there's that as well. You're a bit of a lunatic. No, you are a lunatic, and I don't really want to deal with you people much more anyways. But I digress. It looks like the buyout is going through, and Elon Musk is doing God's work, because it seems this Twitter may change for the better. We will see. It looks like things might be changing around in this country, guys. It may change. We can only hope. but we can only keep on fighting. And even though if it does change, I will still be here regardless of that, because there are still many, many things that we need to fight and change, regardless whether it's with the woke political left or what have you. But we should not be complacent whatsoever. Just because we got this win does not mean we have the luxury to sit down and stop. No, we must keep on pushing through and keep on pushing through until we can get justice done, things reformed, people removed that are hurting other people, and etc., etc. Because we have a long ways to go, and this is only a first step. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share, and as always, take care.